Okay guys, today we're here to talk about Shilajit. Now Shilajit is one of my favorite supplements, and that is because it has some wide ranging effects to improve overall human health. So in today's video, I'll take a deep dive into the benefits of Shilajit and why you should be consuming this as part of your wellness regime. So first of all, we need to understand a little bit about Shilajit. Many people ask whether or not it's actually legit, and funnily enough, yes, Shilajit is legit. Now, bear in mind that Shilajit is a mineral pitch. It's a rich resinous exudate from rocks in the Himalayas that are formed over centuries by microbial action on plant material. Now, it's rich in fulvic acid, not folic acid, it's fulvic acid, and trace minerals, and it's classified as an adaptogen with broad bioactivity. So some of the unique effects of Shilajit really caught my attention in the early days when I was researching some of the beneficial properties of this incredible substance. Now, despite its rich history in Ayurvedic and folk medicine, human trials on Shilajit are still limited, and most are small or methodologically weak, but that doesn't stop me from personally using Shilajit. And if you are someone that's using Shilajit or has used it in the past, please leave a comment down below. Let's get a discussion going. And bear in mind, if you do want to use the Shilajit that I use and recommend, it will be linked down below in the video description with a discount code that you guys can apply at checkout. Now, preclinical data is compelling, showing antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, adaptogenic, and anabolic properties across multiple systems. So early human studies do suggest that Shilajit may support male fertility by boosting testosterone, sperm count, and motility, tissue integrity by increasing collagen synthesis and the extracellular matrix repair, bone health by enhancing bone mineral density and lowering markers of bone resorption, and also systemic resilience by improving oxidative stress markers and reducing inflammation such as high sensitivity C-reactive protein or hs-CRP. So the bottom line is that while more high quality studies are needed, the current evidence points to Shilajit as a multi-system adaptogen that enhances androgenic drive, structural repair, and also cellular defense. So here we can see an image of the different compositions, like the compositional breakdown of Shilajit, looking at the selenium and minerals, humic substances, dibenzoapyriones, humic acids, fulvic acids, humans, that do display antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, memory enhancing, and anti-aggregation of tau protein, limiting animal studies of Alzheimer's disease, and also slowing down aging. So some of the key major health benefits associated with Shilajit include mitochondrial support, testosterone enhancement, cognitive boost, antioxidant activity, and nutrient absorption improvement. Fulvic acid aids mitochondrial function and heavy metal chelation. Now, you heard me just talk about heavy metal chelation. This is the biggest warning message for those of you who are using Shilajit. We need to be really careful. If we're not using a high quality Shilajit, then it could actually be rich in heavy metals, and this actually may compromise your ability to receive its benefits, and in fact it may actually worsen your health if you're not using a high quality form. That is why I want to point out here the heavy metal concentrations in 3 Shilajit samples derived from different geological origins, and we can see the amounts of arsenic, mercury, and lead that are present in different samples here.
If you're someone that's been trialing different supplements and you're still lacking that energy, spark, drive, and overall vitality, then you may want to check out my brand new supplement that I've just released called Catwa Pure. Catwa Pure harnesses the power of a particular Amazonian herb known as Catwaba bark, which has been used for centuries to boost mood, enhance energy levels, and act as an aphrodisiac. So definitely check out Catwa Pure. You can learn more by visiting inbeforesups.com.
In addition to that, the company that I recommend, naturalshilajit.com, it will be linked down below in the video description. They've actually gone through Eurofins to get it third-party assessed and analyzed. So this is the certificate of analysis looking at whether or not it actually has heavy metals present in their exact formula. And indeed, they passed this heavy metal assessment test, and it basically showed that there was limited amounts of these heavy metals. This is something we need to be cautious of. And fortunately, Natural Shilajit has done their due diligence and have checked to make sure that they're not rich in heavy metals. So that's something I want to point out for those of you who are using Shilajit. This would also be of huge interest to those of you who are looking to maximize testosterone, and that is because Shilajit is included in many different testosterone formulations, and that is because Shilajit does work to boost testosterone. And this particular study was titled Clinical Evaluation of Purified Shilajit on Testosterone Levels in Healthy Volunteers. So this study did identify that Shilajit itself at 250 milligrams per day for 90 days significantly increased total testosterone, free testosterone, and DHEAS in healthy males. So this is a pretty beneficial effect, I would say, overall. And most people that use Shilajit, they do feel an improvement in the typical testosterone-related symptoms. This next study here was titled Clinical Evaluation of Spermatogenic Activity of Processed Shilajit in Oligospermia. And this is what they found. Malondialdehyde, a marker for oxidative stress, content of semen, and biochemical parameters for safety, were also evaluated, and there was a significant decrease of semen MDA content that was observed. Moreover, serum testosterone and FSH levels significantly increased. HPLC chromatogram revealed inclusion of PS constituents in semen. Unaltered hepatic and renal profiles of patients indicated that PS was safe at the given dose. The present findings provide further evidence of the spermatogenic nature of Shilajit as attributed in Ayurvedic medicine, particularly when administered as PS. Next up, we can see how Shilajit actually prevented cadmium as deleterious effects. So basically preventing the heavy metal cadmium from damaging the testes. And they found that Shilajit blocked the damaging effects of this heavy metal, supporting testosterone, increasing sexual behavior, increasing spermatogenesis, and fructose in seminal vesicles. So this is a beneficial effect as well. And I might point out as well, the nootropic effects of Shilajit are very pronounced. When I first used Shilajit, I noticed a deep grounding sense of calmness, and that's most likely due to the fact that it can increase GABA and also the parasympathetic nervous system. So balancing the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, calibrating the autonomic nervous system. So this is a beneficial effect overall. In addition to that, we can see here Shilajit enhances mitochondrial function in brain tissue and supports memory via antioxidant activity and acetylcholinesterase inhibition. Folic acid crosses the blood-brain barrier and reduces tau aggregation. Additional studies suggest neuroprotective effects through suppression of lipid peroxidation and reactive oxygen species scavenging in hippocampal neurons, useful for cognitive resilience under stress. This next study here was titled Shilajit, a natural phytocomplex with potential pro-cognitive activity. And further to this, we can see that Shilajit does have some beneficial effects on exercise performance. So Shilajit improves ATP production, physical strength recovery, and this study showed increased skeletal muscle mass and grip strength in men after 8 weeks of supplementation. So the study here was titled The Effects of Shilajit Supplementation on Fatigue-Induced Decreases in Muscular Strength and Serum Hydroxyproline Levels. This next study here was titled The Human Skeletal Muscle Transcriptome in Response to Oral Shilajit Supplementation. And the current study reports for the first time that oral supplementation of a natural product to overweight class obese human subjects resulted in skeletal muscle adaptation through upregulation of ECM-related genes that control muscle mechanotransduction properties, elasticity, repair, and regeneration. So clearly some remarkable effects there. So I want to point out that Shilajit does stack really well with other supplements, specifically Tonka Ali for the luteinizing hormone testosterone synergy, coenzyme Q10 for the mitochondrial synergy, maximizing ATP production, magnesium to help lower SHBG, boron in addition as lower SHBG and support ATP production, and also increase free testosterone, and then Catwaba bark as Catwa Pure for the dopamine potentiation effects. If we look at the traditional usages of Shilajit, I mean, it's been used in a wide variety of conditions over the past many years. So we can see that it's used in Ayurveda for vitality, fertility, rejuvenation, and as a rasayana, which is a rejuvenator. Traditionally combined with ghee, honey, or milk to enhance delivery and compatibility. So Shilajit is an important known component of the Ayurvedic medicine, given its characteristics as a rasayana. In this context, health benefits such as an increasing longevity, rejuvenating, and arresting aging roles have been attributed to it. Traditionally, Shilajit is consumed by people from Nepal and north of India, and children usually take it with milk in their breakfast. The Sherpas claim to have Shilajit as part of their diet, and they constitute a population of strong men with very high levels of a healthy longevity. Now, what about as it relates to dosages? Well, clinically effective dosages range from 250 milligrams to 500 milligrams per day, and this is of a purified Shilajit. Now, you can split the dosages to improve tolerability, and long-term use is safe as long as it's purified. So here with natural Shilajit, they recommend simply dissolving in warm water, tea, or almond milk, basically just drink. And they recommend starting with a pea-sized portion of the actual resin 1 to 3 times a day for general well-being. So I encourage you guys to do blood tests before and after Shilajit. If you use it for like 12 weeks straight, check your free testosterone, SHBG, DHT, prolactin, cortisol. It'll be interesting to see what effect it has. I've looked at a lot of blood work over the years from guys that have been using Shilajit and that I've recommended, and they've seen improvements in their free testosterone. So I'm a big fan of Shilajit, guys. Again, if you wanted to know which Shilajit I recommend personally, it'll be linked down below in the video description. That's it for me today, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.